That LMG is ferocious and a terror to anyone on walls. Is there any certain strategies you've seen in duos that people are implementing that our viewers should watch out for?
I think the importance of setting up as a duo when you want to take the W key, right? You know, Noah Riley and Vidil do this so well, and I think we'll see it from DFABs and Reet a bunch as well, is where
likely these two won't stop the entirety of this tournament, but there will be teams that take a breath and slow down. I'm not sure Reet knows how to do that.
Yeah, you know, I want to know from your perspective, do you think that comes, you know, to their detriment? You think that is potentially part of their, you know, downfall in a way? Because, you know, at some point you do think you got to slow things down, and all of a sudden things have turned around because Reet's fallen and that leaves DFABs all alone, but that's no problem for him because he's able to clean up the 1v2 and they're going to be able to pick up Reet and continue on the key.
In NA East, you know, we could see he's on about 100 ping. Plus, the lobby is not as stacked, so you really don't have many places to go when it comes to running away. But would you be getting out of Reet's way if you were in this lobby?
I think the wise thing is to get out of the way, right? Look what he's doing right now. It's just no regard whatsoever for human life, and I think you've got to, you know, try and get out of that situation as quick as possible. But in a way, I feel like once you've done that, you've almost already lost, you know, because if you can't get out and now you're actually just forced into that fight, you know, you've got no confidence. You yourself, you don't even believe you can win. That's why you were trying so hard to get out. So, you know, it does put people in difficult and compromising situations, but ultimately, that's just part of the battle royale. Look at that, right? Another amazing shot, and it just doesn't end.
Nah, and, you know, credit to these guys because they are able to find all these players. It is not necessarily easy to track everyone and understand where these players are, but they're just putting the pressure on, no stop. And since we've been watching them, they racked up 9 eliminations. Looks like 3 players remaining, so there's 1 left. Reet's just showing off those 90s on 100 ping, and this poor guy is now the last target of the game.
And in a game where we have, you know, so much conversation about the advantages of ping, and the battle for high ground looks like it's going in LeBetty's favor because they impulse up and it's theirs for the taking now.
And this is where you want to be to close out a game, is up on top. Just let everyone do whatever they want below you, and you see drop on them. You scoop the elims, continue forcing the issue with that pump shotgun. He grabs another one as we're just watching, and LeBetty's showing off. He might know he's on the big stream, and he wants to let everyone know it doesn't matter what region he's on. He's taking over.
Yeah, LeBetty, a bit of a showbar, you know, a player for the big moments, looking to really close this one out. The 2v1 now, and if you're this player, you gotta realize there's absolutely no hope for you now, right? The pints are coming in 2 different angles. Gotta be careful not to mess this one up, but ultimately, you know that he's gonna close that one out, and he does.
But when the zone pulls back, it's so many less angles that you have to put pressure on, and not as many elims like you hope for. As I say that, he grabs one.
Yeah, and you know, I was wondering if they'd be able to pick up the 20 bomb here. It is looking, you know, rather likely, right? Not many players left, but only needing 3 more, so they got to keep on spraying away, trying to find anything that they can. And maybe we'll start thinking about dropping soon, right? As the players start to thinning out even more, really get in the nooks and crannies. And I believe there must have been a sound cue there. Yeah, he must have heard someone taking height, looking to use the impulses, almost like the Catty launcher from seasons ago. Yeah, see ya, buddy, out of the lobby. Sends that play into the zone, but he's back from the dead almost. But Binny, sends him straight back because he takes him out with that clean pump shot. And now, I believe a 2v2. Binny looking to drop down here. Needs to connect with these final shots. Will they be able to clean it out? Diggy on such low HP, but
Savage does go down, pick up some mats. Oh, and that should be more than enough for these guys to win the game. If both Savage and Benji have 300 materials, another elim comes down. He accidentally throws down the crash pad, but it's gonna help him a good bit as he doesn't fall all the way to the ultimate low ground. Easily able to make it back up to height. Does grief his mats a little bit. His teammate Savage right with him, ready to close out this match.
Yeah, and I think, especially with how the mats are starting to drop down, they're going to start to consider dropping down themselves and really starting to force the issue. close this game out and pick up all the rest of the eliminations with it as well. And you see Benji does opt to go down. The shockwave play comes up from this player, but it's not going to matter because when you have Savage and Benji in your face, I am now confusion and will shut my mouth.
Oh no, that poor guy had no idea what was going on, and then a wild chap drops on his head.
Yeah, he gets actually rinsed. like you know, you can sit here and try to analyze the game all you want, but like sometimes a kid just gets washed, and yeah, he gets taken out there rather easily. And this is the point in the game, right, where especially with the kind of lobby they're in, right, look, only 2 other players left. Like, this is where it's just like a bit of fun for these guys, and very relaxed per se.
Oh yeah, if you could hear Chap, he's probably laughing, especially at the elim he just got. And now they know that these players are solo, or at least it appears that way. The 2 solos up, there's one, and this poor last player is gonna have oh, he gets a no shot. As I say that, Skittle's like, I ain't waiting for this guy to finish his sentence. I'm ending this game. To put in, and we're talking ebooks because, you know, paper's outdated at this point. I could put clips and books on the internet. Oh, what a play. The double edit. Oh, he gets one player, gonna drop in, get the other. Clean by a leech.
That's beautiful Fortnite. That is just textbook stuff you see there, and able to get out now and just continue on their way to zone, really. And like I said, just textbook stuff. You love to see it from these guys and continuing on their path. And you know, this isn't necessarily the most stacked of games. This isn't a game you're going to see in the grand finals, but they're really playing it like it is, you know, and the discipline here to just stay with each other and really play their game and play the game the right way is so beautiful to watch, if anything. And this is the kind of thing you can expect for them in the latter stages and then further rounds. And you see that getting split up there a bit, P got in a bit of trouble, and he actually does go down ultimately. That player does well to take him out.
It's unfortunate. You want to see the 2 stick together, but now it's going to be up to a lead. He does pick up some, or at least one shockwave there. Not going to be able to get everything. He'll use it to move through some builds and try and get a player. His materials aren't looking great. He still has splashes if he wants to use them to get above 150. The pressure's coming in from the high ground. Now P-God given the comms. Elige must make a play, and he can't do enough. He goes down.
Trying to compete for that record, most definitely, in the next heat. I don't know them too well, so I can't, you know, say this about their character, but it would be hilarious if they actually did think to themselves, hey, I want to break the record, 46 bomb. Nuh-uh, I want to go try that in heat too. You can see here the Bizzle and Clicks, who've had an amazing day so far. They've been playing well, and definitely one of the top duos who we'll be talking about going forward in this season and the next. Separating the boys from the men, really, because when you have Bizzle and Clicks looking to take high ground here, and relatively early, which is interesting, especially considering the material count. And you know, I'm not one to sit here and question Bizzle too much, but it does seem like something's gone completely wrong, because not only is he, but they need a couple more on top of the victory royale if they want a chance to make it in. Finding 2 unsuspecting players here, connect with a shot, but not able to materialize into the elim. Now just looking for even more, right? They need to be careful. They don't want to split up too much. They want to stay somewhat grouped, and they do. They find a way into each other's boxes again. And now looking to drop the high ground team down, and Lopetti on such low HP, he goes down, and now his team is going to be left to fend for himself. Nako, will he be able to do it? He needs to do it if they want any chance of making it in. It's looking very unlikely now. He does knock that player down and hit some nice shots onto him. But ultimately, will he be able to close out this game and pick up the victory royale?
He has no materials, jumping into boxes, and oh no, it looks like he's just going to fall short.
All I can say, and everybody knows what I want to say, EU on top. I can't believe my eyes. You know, we're sitting here waiting for the leaderboard to update. It updates and I'm seeing they won their final game with 22 eliminations. Come on, Tayson, why you have to do NA like that, man? It's just outrageous. The scenes right now are next to none. I can't believe I haven't seen anything like this in ages. It's ridiculous.
I didn't even think that we were gonna get 700 points, which also shout out to Zucky and Chucky who did reach 700 points, but 800 points, Gun. This is unheard of.